So good morning, everyone, and we are delighted to welcome everyone to our JCA seminar series. Today, it's my distinct pleasure and great honor to introduce and host Dr. Peter Libby, who is a world-renowned physician-scientist. He is the speaker for our webinar today, which is named after Dr. Eugene Braunwald. And this is Eugene Braunwald, MD, Lectureship. Dr. Braunwald is considered the father of modern cardiology and has mentored numerous leaders in the cardiovascular field. And Dr. Libby also was mentored by Dr. Braunwald. And so the lecture is named after him and is the most fitting that Dr. Libby, the most prominent scientist of our time, to give this lectureship. This lectureship is part of the JCA webinar series. JCA is a relatively new journal, and which, let me share my screen with you briefly. Which is entering about 2 years of publishing. And it is an open access journal. We don't charge anyone for publication in JCA, at least for another year or so. And after that will be the conventional fee. It is likely one of the fastest way to get your paper published. We are interested in broad cardiovascular aging category. We really not narrow focus on cardiovascular aging, but everything related to the process of aging from birth to death fits into the journal. We have distinguished board member, including our speaker today, Dr. Peter Libby, who are always been amazingly gracious and wonderful supporter of all academic activities, really globally, and leadership in this also. We're truly grateful to him. The journal has in the second year of publishing and gradually getting traction and getting some attention. And we have published 72 articles, 40 of them which are listed in PubMed PMC, and we anticipate to get listed in citation indices this year, including PMC and PubMed, and hopefully we'll be gathering impact factor soon. We have initiated a number of efforts at the JCA, including webinar, and Dr. Libby will be giving today's webinar, which is Eugene Braunwald, MD, Lectureship. Dr. Peter Libby is indeed one of the most eminent physician scientist globally. He received his MD from the University of California, completed his training at Harvard system, and as a resident, including his residency fellowship, as well as research fellowship, where he became a faculty and soon rose the rank of academia, and took the helm of the cardiovascular medicine at Brigham and Women's Hospital, where he was chief of cardiology for over a decade and established the program, one of the most distinguished and reputable program in the country in training, as well the future leaders in cardiovascular medicine. Dr. Libby currently holds the position of Mallinckrodt Professor of Medicine at Harvard, and he has numerous leadership role at the Harvard system, as well as outside, that I will mention briefly. From the very outset, Dr. Libby focused on delineating the immunology of atherosclerosis and inflammation. This was a journey really that took him from basic fundamental discoveries ultimately to clinical trial targeting interleukin-1B with a monoclonal antibody in the famous CANTOS study that really ultimately culminated in establishing inflammation as a causal factor in atherosclerosis. His seminal work has been published in all major journals, from New England, The Lancet, and Nature Medicine, and PNAS, and others. He has published over 1,200 articles, which have received over 250,000 citations, and has garnered him an H index of above 120, which is really one of the most, Dr. Libby is one of the most cited investigator in cardiovascular field. Indeed, this year also, he was selected as the highly cited investigator of the year. In addition to his leadership position at Harvard System, Dr. Libby has served in numerous leadership positions from NIH, AHA, and ACC, and currently is the president of International Atherosclerosis Society. He was the chief editor of the most prominent textbook in cardiovascular medicine, Dr. Braunwald's textbook of heart disease. It remains one of its main editors currently. His research has been funded by NIH as well as the Leduc Foundation and Reynolds Cardiovascular program, which has supported program in a very few selected centers in the country. For his recognition, Dr. Libby has a cornucopia of prestigious award and honorary degrees from various organizations. He has received the highest basic science award from American Heart and Distinguished Scientist Award from American College, gold medal from European Heart, and numerous other prestigious awards from various organizations. He has traveled all over the world for endowed and named and keynote speakership throughout. With that, we welcome Dr. Libby to as the speaker of JCA webinar series under Eugene Braunwald, MD Lectureship. Today's panelists are Matthias Nahrendorf, Yibin Wang, Christy Ballantyne, and Klaus Levy, who will be joining us shortly. Dr. Libby, we are most honored to host you, sir. Thank you, sir. Please.